Okay, I wonder if there's anything else I can do in town before heading back to Landen. No. I can always just take that healing spring near the town anyways. What a terrible thing that has befallen this village. Oh, what an awful tragedy. Where will we do? Those men were this village's lifeblood. Okay. What's up north? I'm sure this house is still locked. I don't want to use up my warp mode because I'm not sure if I can afford more of those very easily. Early on, you can try to find a mob that always has these wolf men enemies. I believe they're... what are they called? Should be listed here. Yes, Luagar. Find the mob that has these things because they have a very high they have a 100% chance to drop their loot. And their loot actually sells for a lot. At least for this point in the game. You just have to farm up money, and who knows, maybe you can even get that $10,000 shield really easily. Yeah. That is one way to become really OP really quickly. My beloved Eckhart is gone, and now we have to fend for ourselves in this cold, unforgiving world. I still have my little Altan, though. He's the reason I can get up every day and say, I'm alive. So my papa's gone. Guess I have to manage this little shop by myself, then. But sometimes me man will help. So how can a little boy like myself help you, Missy? Scimitar is supposed to be the best one-handed sword, huh? Oh, it actually has a speed and critical boost. Give her this shield. Wait a minute. You put them together. This is actually a stronger combination than that great sword that I was using before, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And now she gets some auto hit point regen as well, which will really help if she needs to defend. I'm really tempted to just have them both concentrate on their MP just so they can actually spam their skills more often, but I don't want to force them to have bad skill builds either. Really a tough choice. Laine is just not made for spamming. Oh no. I can't go over there. That was a good thing I grabbed as much stuff as I could last time, or I'd never be able to. Ah, the item shop. Oh, relic shop. Okay. I said I was gonna buy these, but I didn't. But maybe now's a good time. Now that I have a lot of money on my hands. I'm a little low on funds now, but I can always just kill more of those wolf men. Those Luagars. They're not very strong, and their pelt sells for a lot. Yes. This is clearly the path to victory. Please leave me alone. Is it true my daddy's not coming back home? Sniff. You did your best. I don't blame you in the slightest. At least those things have stopped terrorizing the village. Death, such a terrible and wonderful thing at the same time. We'll rebuild our lives, Laine. That donation you made will go far. It was the least I could do. Where will we do? I refuse to let this child work in the fields to the south of here, but he insists. I'll work for us, Granny. I really will. There's the letter. So right, all these letters are supposed to indicate that the disappearance took place about 2 weeks ago. Do you sell warp motes yet? No. In other words, I'm not gonna waste the only warp mote I have. How many do I actually have? 2. That's not enough, and it costs way too much. I would probably have to kill 2 or 3 of those wolfmen just to buy a warp mote. You already checked this place out. Lock tight. North. A tragedy indeed, Laine, but we'll make it somehow. Thank you for that generous contribution once again. But what a horrible thing that has happened. How will we ever manage? And that's it for now. I guess, at least for this area. Hopefully that sword I bought doesn't quickly become outdated. It probably will, but I know how to earn money back quickly. Okay, any events the moment I walk out of here? No, I guess not. I was kind of afraid something might ambush me on the way saying, I'm the true boss of this area or something. This place is still closed up. Maybe is there anything new at the trade shop? Yeah, same old, same old. Maybe they sell one of those teleport things? Nope. I wonder if I should just farm some money just to get that super strong shield from the destroyed town. Anyways, do I get anything here? Just in Laine's house? Probably not. Always pay her a visit. Now the story event has passed, maybe now would actually be a good time, huh? Nothing here. Since there's no guide for this game, I'm really paranoid about checking stuff. Especially when I miss that one bridge in the sewer area. Let's see. Clanad lives over here. Maybe I can get to the other side of her house now? Nope, nothing yet. And I can't seem to get to the other side for some reason. Huh. The temple, I'm pretty sure there's nothing here that's new. Yeah, same old. And this place here. Yep, I don't have the means to enter yet. Okay, I guess I better head on over to the actual town. save because I have no idea what's gonna happen if I enter. How did I miss this this chest? Wait a minute, wait, what? Oh no, I must have missed an entire region of the town or something. That was embarrassing. I did not realize that entering it from this side would get me more items. Empty. It's nice to get away from the hustle and bustle of city life. This place is always a popular favorite for family get-togethers. Freya's Retreat. It's a little too well hidden if you ask me. Careful, Annie, you don't want to lean over too far or you might fall in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yay! Are you a shopkeeper? Oh, you're the one who sells the warp moat. It's pretty expensive. Powerful MP restorative. 20 hit points. This one's really powerful. And all heal. Better keep this place in mind. So I can get the best supplies. I wonder if the sword shop has anything new yet. Probably something that's even better than the one I just bought, right? I don't see anything that's really any better than a scimitar. The scimitar and shield combo, that is. Are you okay, Laine? How did that job go? I'd rather not talk about it, Philip. Armory. Guess Laine is better off equipping balanced armor for now. I don't know. Yeah, I did the trade shop stuff in order to get the battle vest and warrior's headband. That helped a bit in the upcoming battle for sure. Helped for the boss. I wonder if that informant is here. No. Yeah, we should really listen to the informant and break that damn gem already. Laine, you're back earlier than usual. How'd the job go? I heard Rick is getting in some new weaponry stock soon. You should check it out when you get the chance. He has a lot of well-known contacts from around the world. I heard he was going to forge you a special blade, Laine. Oh shoot, I guess I may have to go back and get more pelts. My mama says I should stay inside town. She says there's a lot of big bad men around nowadays. She's right. So do you find anything interesting so far? More than you'd like to know. Would still be nice to see you pop in every once in a while, Laine. Guess we can still enter this place, but no point. I already screwed up the puzzle. Do you sell any moats yet? Nope, just same old, same old. I probably should use a Dispel Herb at the beginning of that boss battle, just so Patrick wouldn't be a sitting duck. The inn. I don't know what to do if my husband doesn't recover. He just doesn't in his normal self. A race of humans called the Fianna possess peerless medical knowledge and have a strange healing powers. If only there was a way I could somehow get the help of one, but they resent humans. Is he going nuts too? That's not good. Dust here never seems to settle. Hey, was that the guy who was drunk earlier? Laine, you visited Ogham Village, right? Do you hear any word from my son while you were there? I was in the village, yes. And, did you find him and tell him I'm still waiting for my parcel? Your son's name was Gwyn, correct? Yes, that's his name. What's wrong, dear? Why are you so pale? Sybil, when I went there on a job, it was to investigate the whereabouts of a group of hunters who had gone missing after a hunt in Ogham Forest. Your son was one of them, along with 6 or 7 others. Did you find them? Please tell me he is alright, that you found them okay? Sybil, you may not know this, but the village has recently been plagued by a group of fiends. When your son did not return from that hunt, the elder grew worried and told me I had to investigate further. I went there in the dead of night to locate the terrors and... You didn't go alone, did you? Please tell me what happened to my son, Laine. Don't beat around the bush. You're gonna have to say it eventually. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but... No! 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 I'm so sorry, Sybil. If there's... Just leave. Get out of my sight. If there's anything I can... I told you, leave! Laine? I'm fine, Patrick. I've been bracing myself for this ever since I discovered the fate of those hunters in Ogham Forest. There was no other outcome. No other outcome at all. I talked to quite a few NPCs. Helps us save some Karuna for those warp motes. Okay, I already have a few just from picking them up off the ground. Those attacks at the south of the high road are becoming ever more frequent. Maybe you should check it out when you have the chance. Laine, Philip has been wanting to have a word with you lately, but you've been so busy. Think you'll pop in there when you get the chance? I promise I'll stop by there later on, Mrs. Barron. Are you alright, dear? You look ever so pale. I'm fine, really. Who's Philip again? Are you okay, Laine? How'd that job go? Oh, never mind. I already talked to him. A spider. Artifact shop. Same old stuff here. Yeah, having these really helped me deal with all those status effects that they probably could have inflicted. Nope, status protection is pretty much key to winning a lot of these RPGs. Nothing new here? Item shop. Same old stuff. Alright. Okay, I'm getting senile here. Anyways, I should not go into the bar just yet. The moment I do, I advance the story. Hey, your eyes are red! Were you crying? Does no one else work at this church? Okay. Then maybe this house will have some new dialogue. I should tell Murph how I feel, but I just found this hard to stand up to her. She's so dominating. Huh, so that's different from before. I guess they still have their little story in the background. Mommy says I'm grounded. Huh. That boy, that piano is just standing in the lounge, gathering dust. I've never encountered so stubborn a human being. Maybe you're the one that is stubborn. Okay, I guess that's it, huh? And that's pretty much everything, I think. Wait, let me check. Is there a side entrance to this town? I guess not. Okay. Brace myself because I'm about to go in there. Stupid screenshot DLL of this game is taking screenshots of my desktop and not the game for some reason. Playing hard to get, I had to get 2 strong men to cart off that drunken lot when he passed out. Honestly, he weighs a ton. Okay, time to talk to the barkeeper. Aw, Laine, you're back sooner than expected. Yet, judging from your expression, things didn't go too well, did it? Ah. No need to hide anything, Laine. I know you well enough to know when something's bothering you. Sigh. You're right. But I'd rather not go into detail. I offered up my fee to the villagers. Oh. I see. So you offered up your entire fee to the villagers. Was it really that bad? That doesn't even begin to cut it. The entire village's livelihood was destroyed. I only hope they can pick up the pieces and somehow move on. Yeah, I doubt it. The village won't be able to sustain itself with its main workforce gone. The villagers themselves will eventually pack up and leave. Those poor souls. I only hope our next job brings whoever we help greater fortune, Laine. I hope so too, Patrick. Later that night. Please don't leave the party with all my stuff, Patrick. I suppose there's some truth in that. After all, you're naturally gifted with the blade. I can't even tell one end of a sword from the other. We've always abhorred violence on principle. Except when you're throwing spells at enemies. That much is true. I love the sight of weapons. It just makes me think of needless violence. Then why do you always insist on coming with me on my jobs? You know they can be a violent affair at times. I worry about you, Laine. You've done so much for me that I can't help but... You feel as though you're indebted to me? Yes. Patrick, you know you don't owe me anything. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't... I hate for that to happen as well, Laine. You mean too much to me. When do we depart for Riguel? As soon as possible. We'll travel lightly. I'll need to make arrangements with Cray before we set off, though. Laine? Yes? Thank you for everything. You're welcome. Who is it? It's Albert, dear Laine. Come on in, Albert. Good evening, Laine. Patrick, I trust your arrangements are going well? Oh yes, I can count on you to keep this place going during my absence, right? Naturally, dear Laine. Traveling to Riguel, no, that really will be a journey and a half, won't it? How about you, Patrick? Are you indeed up for this? I'll be fine, Albert. You better be, because Laine has no healing abilities on her own. She is pretty good with physical attacks, though, as those bosses can attest. Well then, you two had best get an early rest. Good night, you two, and sleep well. Still, I'd like to have Patrick along just so I have a lot of elemental variety. Some enemies are just going to be damn near impossible to kill without all the elements at my disposal. Good morning, you two. Before you depart, I'd like to give you two a little something. What is it? Warp motes? First of all, your funds. All 5,000 Koruna of it. Secondly, I'd like you to take this, Laine. It can't be! It is, Eschatan, your mentor's final blade. Now I kind of feel like an idiot for buying that sword. Albert, I couldn't. I told Patrick last night we'd be traveling lightly. That sword is just... Too much of a burden? Please, Laine, it's all you have left of him. That and your memories. He'd want you to take it. You're over level 10. I'm pretty sure you can handle it someday. If not, I'll just boost your speed via the stats system. It's not that. It's just... that very blade reminds you of him. Think of it as a metaphor, Laine. The very way of that blade symbolizes the burdens you may face on your journey towards Riguel. As you overcome those obstacles, you'll become stronger, and therefore the weight of the burden becomes significantly less. Does that make it easier to accept? I guess. Well then, here you go. Huff! It's too heavy for the butler. By the gods, this blade is heavy. I think Rickard wielded it with just one hand. What level do I have to be to equip this thing? Eschatan. There's no way I can equip such a powerful sword right away, right? And your funds. Yes, I'm gonna need them funds. And here's the scabbard. Obviously, for a weapon this large, you have to carry it on your back. Is this gonna permanently penalize my speed? Can you use that blade, Laine? I'm afraid not. I'd probably break my wrist just trying to heft it. It's even heavier than the two-handed swords you usually carry around, huh? One day you'll be able to, Laine. Perhaps with as much skill as Rickard once did. And don't doubt yourself, my dear. It's still too early for that. For now, we'll stick with one-handed and medium-weight two-handeds. Thank you, Albert, for everything. What? Well, Patrick, we better inform Cray about our imminent departure. Seriously. So, does this thing even show up in my inventory? No, it does not. So how do I go about equipping it? When will I be ready for it? The end of the game, probably? Oh, wow. Look at it. Plus 40 attack. Look at the boost here, seriously. Strangely enough, it's not listed as a two-handed weapon. That means Laine might someday be able to wield it with just one hand? Is that true? That'd be pretty amazing. For now, I'm just gonna have to rely on this scimitar and whatever I can buy at the store. Best go speak with Cray before you set off, my dear. It would be in your best interest to tell him where you're off to, at least. I'm getting a little bit of FPS dropping. Maybe I should overclock? Nah. Strange that a game like Enelysion can run better than RPG Maker on my computer. Really weird how that works. Guess it's because it utilizes a GPU more than the CPU. Well, this game is pretty much CPU bound with some GPU usage. Not exactly efficient, but at least it works. That's pretty much how it is. Plus, I heard that Ruby games, if you're willing to use MKXP, you can port it to other platforms. I'm so rich now. Hopefully the shops... but that means the shops will probably be even more expensive than before, right? Oh, I thought their dialogue would change by the next day. I don't see anything new here. What gives? Huh, what armor? I could always use better armor. Yeah, maybe if I talk to the barkeep first, he'll have something new. I don't see anything new here. Dang it, Rick, hurry up. Still locked. I don't think anything here changed. I need to check everyone because I never know when I'm gonna get a new side quest. If only there was a side quest tracker in this game, then I might have an easier time. Richard the pianist, not to be rude or anything, but that kid's mother is a real snob. She really thinks she's the greatest thing that happened since the founding. Huh. Talking about the piano mom? Really, no one here has anything new to say. Spider, we're way beyond that by now. Of course, I still need to keep... It's still a good idea to keep two-handed swords because they actually do blunt damage, and some enemies will be weak to that. Yeah, so really best to keep both around just for the sake of versatility. Especially when I can change my gear in battle. Even if it may or may not eat up a turn, who knows. I've not actually tested that yet. Okay, let's go into the bar then. Is that guy still too drunk to go back here? Huh. Okay. Guess I better just go talk to Craig, because I don't think there's anything new here. Laine, you seem to be in a hurry. What's up? I need to speak with you in private, if it is possible. Laine? It's urgent. You have the look of a woman on a mission. Let's head out back. So there you have it. I know it's a little hard to believe, but it explains a lot that's been happening over these last few weeks. I hope you understand my reason for my take of absence, Cray, but I need to do this. Only then will I have peace of mind again. Well, while I'm your employer, I have no control over your free will, Laine. If you feel this is an absolute necessity, then I won't stop you. It's just... 8 months is a long time. I know, which is why I'm handing in my letter of resignation. I think I just finished up my last job. I knew at some point you'd want to move on, Laine. You've got so much more to offer than being stuck as a merc in my service. I appreciate that, Cray. Thank you. Before we head off, though, there are 2 men in the pub looking for you. They look like knights to me. Well, one of them certainly is. So rigid. What would they want from me? I don't know, but it seems pretty serious. One of them looked pretty humorless as far as I could tell. His companion, not so much. Seems a bit like the... this whole situation kind of reminds me of Landen from Fire Emblem. I wonder if it's that same knight I saw in the armory. He didn't strike me as the dawdling type, but first... What's wrong, Laine? I just remembered, I need to pay a visit to an old friend before I depart. Rickard? You still haven't been able to let go, have you, Laine? It's not that easy, Patrick. Is this the reason you've been so emotionless lately? Have you been suppressing your grief for Rickard all this time? I tried to help you, Laine, but you pushed me away. Your pride just couldn't bear my pity. I'm sorry, Patrick. It's just... the recent turn of events have made me so much more aware of how fragile human life really is. Rickard, it was just so sudden. The shock of realizing he had a genetic heart disease, and that he only had a few months left. I couldn't accept it. I was too weak to accept his imminent death. I didn't know how to cope with it, so I just closed myself off. It's barely been a month since his death, and yet... You remember it as though it had been yesterday. I understand. You had a very strong bond with Rickard. You never left his side during his last few days. I don't think I'll ever forget your expression when I realized that Rickard had passed on that evening. Your face was like a death mask, Laine. I wasn't prepared for it. Seeing him like that, I always had the feeling he wanted to tell me something, but I'll never know now. Do you remember what he told you on his deathbed? I was with you that day. Of course, how could I forget? A true warrior accepts and embraces death, Laine. He or she never flees from it, and when the time comes, the death spirit will embrace you as an old friend. You're always the stronger of the two of us, Laine. You've been bottling this up for too long now. You never really gave yourself the time to mourn him properly. You're right. I can't go on like this anymore. Let it out, Laine. It's only me here. I have to let go of him now. I don't think he'd want to see me like this. Just cry, Laine. I don't see it as a sign of weakness, because you aren't. You're one of the bravest souls I know. I have to let go of you now, Rickard. Painful as it may be, I'll just have to put the past behind me and move on. It's time I began a new chapter in my life. Guess I'll have to see what those knights want. If they want to speak to me in private, they're most likely waiting on the outskirts of Landen. You mean in the left side? The west side of town? Okay. You're on the outskirts of this town. That's all he's gonna say, huh? Now he's no longer my boss. It should be this way. Where exactly could they be hiding? These knights should stand out, right? They said the outskirts of town. No. This is... Maybe it's one of those sparkly areas near the town. Oh! That was tricky. But yet it only had an antitoxin. I was hoping such a well-hidden chest would contain something a bit better. Besides, now that I have the accessory, I don't really need the antitoxin, do I? They should be in this outskirts. This is the only location that makes sense. Thank you for coming, my lady. You took so long we were wondering if you'd ever show up. I apologize for letting you wait so long. Now, what do you want to talk to me about? Let me allow us to introduce ourselves. I am Cillian Reiser, and this is my brother-in-arms, Sigled Faisali. We serve under General Atrues, commander of the Red Branch of Larissa. He sent us to Landen upon receiving a missive which contained very valuable information with regards to the future of SangReal. SangReal has recently been presided over by a Senate, and ever since the King Lord Sigurd's death. The Senate has been in power for a good 20 or so years now. While the original council was comprised of some of the late King's closest advisors, things have become murkier and stranger ever since a new head, Vasilios, was appointed. We honestly fear for SangReal's future under his rule. He believes that SangReal's royal bloodline is but extinct. You know, he might try to assassinate you. I see. And this missive, what was it about? The heir lives, and she is standing right in front of us. She does kind of look like the old king. We've been looking for you for a long time, my lady, or, to address you properly, Lady Alexandra SangReal. Your parents were none other than Lord Sigurd and Lady Amalfia SangReal, the last true-born descendants of SangReal's founder, Cuchulainn. Lady Alexandra, there is no doubt about it. The resemblance to your late father is striking. You have both the same vibrant hair and piercing eyes. And you have your mother's face. We didn't know it was you at first because we were under the impression that the heir was male. But when Sigled saw you in Landen's armory, he knew immediately. The resemblance is uncanny. This really does seem like Fire Emblem, doesn't it? It was discovered that you were rescued from your family's chateau on the eve of the infamous Flame Knight incident. The knight's name was Reinhardt Cadmus. Laine, that was Rickard's real name before he changed it, and Rickard must have known that her true identity and had to change both his name and hers in order to evade assassins. Yes, according to his intelligence reports, he was your mentor. I'm sorry to hear he passed on. He was a fine warrior and a close friend of our commander. He remained in correspondence with the royal family even after he left the service. It was he who sent us that letter to our king, telling us of his failing health and how we were to seek you out and tell you all this. After he saved you, he entrusted you to the care of his sister, Daedre, and her husband Finn. They were your foster parents, correct? Yes. Are you alright, my lady? I'm fine, it's just a lot to take in. My foster parents could never give me satisfactory answers about my biological parents, no matter how often I asked. They always insisted I behave in a more ladylike manner, hence my manner of speech. They didn't stop me from learning how to use a blade, though. That's when Rickard came for me and trained me. Perhaps to prepare her for the assassins. You already have the manners and bearing of a noblewoman, my lady. Your face is no doubt your proof that you're Lord Sigurd and Lady Amalfia's daughter. Yeah, I have no proof of my lineage. The Senate could easily pass me off as an imposter. It's probably... yeah, there's no DNA testing in this age, is there? Actually, there is a way to prove your heritage, Laine. Patrick? Remember our eventual destination, Regal? The High Priest has in his possession the Liane Folius. It's a gem that will glow scarlet to signal a true error. That's an awfully convenient gem. Your companion is quite right, my lady. However, the bridge to the north is broken and the passage to the east is blocked by a rockfall. So, to the northwest it is. We'll have to head to Gorang Port in the west to catch a boat into Rice. From there, well, we have to head north to the port town of Kraus. It would seem that our final destination remains unchanged then. It all leads to one goal. What would that be? Answers. They joined... Cillian and Sigla joined the party, but they're probably slow as all hell. Spoke to Clan and received the obtained the incendiary bag of her. You may pick up a little something from her now. How tough are these guys? Well, they're higher level than me. I thought I over leveled, but these guys went up to me somehow. Still, why does he have lower stats than me? Doesn't make any. Why does he have lower hit points? Dang! Even though she's lower leveled, she matches Sigla in attack. Cillian has decent speed growth, it would seem. Okay. Wait, that's because he has Mercury Gauntlet. That boosts his speed by default, huh? This guy, on the other hand, is... yeah. Let's give him a Mercury Gauntlet, too. Give him a Claymore for now. Very high defense. Wow, Laine just completely outdoes these two. Hold on, can these two use Battle Vest? No, it's only for Laine. I guess huh. One-handed spear, which means he can at least use this weak shield. But Sigla is pretty much stuck with two-handed. That explains why there's only 3 shields that can be obtained in the free of the Vanguard shields, because, well, this guy's not gonna equip it ever. Should probably go stop by the shop and see if I can get these to get the team a bit stronger. Great Axe is weaker than Claymore, but it's one-handed actually, so... Wait, if it's one-handed, then that would help him equip a shield, huh? But why... they said there'd be new stuff, oh well. You can always go by that village again and see if they have anything good. The guide says that MP and speed are probably the most important of all the stats, huh? Yeah, let's just go with... Oh man, I really wasted their points on other stuff too, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to rectify my stat growth in the long run. How much MP do these two have? Not a whole lot. I better do something about that. Holy crap. Now that's looking a bit better. Skill. Piercing Thrust adds stun, Impale ignore defenses. Oh, buffing. Yes. But it costs way too much. I really need to start investing in MP. Lowers max hit point of all foes. That seems pretty situational. That is strange. Does these even work on bosses? Hydro, he has... I guess that's magic damage, not physical, huh? Defense stat... This guy has no elementals at all. Okay, let's visit Clanad real quick. Oh, Laine, perfect timing. Here you go, as promised. Free firebombs for your use. Is it safe? It's bulging rare ominously. Perfectly safe, you don't have to worry. I'll take your word then, thanks. Would you like to purchase some potions I made? Oh, wow, these are pretty powerful. Buffing potions as well. They're pretty expensive, and I don't want to waste my money too easily. I'd rather just grind. I may have to grind a bit. Okay, I managed to raise enough money to get that shield. Might as well get while I have the chance. Some of this looks pretty useful too. That's strange. Am I able to buy another one? If I could, then that would make my team pretty OP, wouldn't it? Might as well leave now. It did not disappear from the lineup, so in theory I might be able to buy it again. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe.